Okay, um, so I've been playing around with the new version 12 of VCarve Pro, um, and I just wanted to pass along a couple of things I've learned about the new sketch carving toolpath. So let's get started. Hopefully this will be quick. So I'm going to create a new file, and I'm just going to do a 6x6 half-inch centered in the middle. Click OK. And I've gotten mixed results. Right out of the box, I'm only getting good results with the example that they showed in their tutorial. So I'm going to import, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So I've got a couple of pictures of leaves that I took last fall, and I'm gonna start with this one. So I've got this picture of a leaf, and it doesn't quite give me the results that I'm looking for. So I've got my import image imported here, and if I go to the sketch carving toolpath and bring this up, and so I've already got this selected. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn the image off so you can see actually what it's doing a little bit better. So now you can see that I'm down. I'm going to start down at 0, and you see it doesn't look anything like a leaf. We'll go up a little bit. You can start to see the leaf in here, but you've got all this other garbage around it. And as we go up the scale a little bit, the leaf gets more defined, but then you've got all the other background stuff, and you've got a few lines in the leaf, but it's really not what I intended. Let's just go all the way up. And even all the way up, you just get it's a blob. It doesn't look anything like I want it. So I'm gonna close this out. Turn the bitmap back on, and all right, we're gonna isolate the leaf now. So I'm gonna use this freehand drawing, which is another new tool in V12, and I'm just gonna go with the default settings, and I'm gonna draw a box around. I'm not gonna go real close because you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. I'm just gonna kind of draw around this. And hit tab to end. Okay, we'll close that out, and we'll go to crop bitmap. We've already got our vector selected. Well, actually, so we're gonna, and so there we go. So we've cropped our image. So let's go back and let's see how that affected this sketch carving toolpath. I bring this back up, select the bitmap. Let's turn off the bitmap for a second. So now you can see I got a little bit different result now. Way down here at 0, you can see kind of some of the lines. Let's go up a little ways. It's a lot better, but you still got all the stuff around the outside. So now if I really wanted to, I could go in and uh, bring this in real tight with the uh, VCarve, but it's really tedious. I suppose I could go in and node edit and get it a lot closer, but it's gonna be time consuming and very tedious. I I have uh, Photoshop, so I'm just gonna close this out. I'm gonna show you how quick and easy it is with Photoshop. So let's turn our bitmap back on. Let's go back over here. Let's just delete this out completely, and we're gonna start over. Let's delete our path as well. And I'm going to right click and open with Photoshop. Open with Photoshop. I'll show you how quick and easy this is with Photoshop. All right, so here we go. Here's my image. I'm just going to click the remove background button, and in just a few seconds, magically, boom, all of that stuff behind is gone. And now I'm going to crop this just to get rid of some of the wasted space. And I've got this to a square, just so it'll match my there we go. So now my leaf is kind of in the middle of the square. I'm going to click done, and I'm going to export that as a PNG file, and I'm going to put it back in the same directory where I got that. I'm just going to save, and we can close this out. Don't need that anymore. Don't need to save it. And here's my new image. All right, so let's go back into VCarve, and we're going to import that. Here it is. I'm going to bring that in. And so there's my just the leaf with all the background gone. So now if we go over here to the sketch carving toolpath, turn off our image so we can see a little bit better. You can see we got a lot better result. And we'll just bump this up a little bit. Oops, bumping the wrong thing up. Bump that up. We'll go, so that's at 5. You see, but notice we've got it's going around the veins. It's not highlighting the veins. It's highlighting right outside of the veins. So I get these double lines, which is not, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not exactly what I want. So I'm going to close this out again, turn my bitmap back on, and go back over here. And I accidentally moved that, so I'm going to recenter it. I'm going to go into the edit, picture editor. And what I've learned is what it's looking for is the contrast, and it's, see, if you look closely at the image, you can see these dark lines that are outlining these veins. That's what it was picking up on. So I'm going to do a couple of things to my image here to help out the VCarve sketch toolpath. First of all, I'm going to invert this image so that now the white parts are the dark colors and the dark colors are the light parts. And I'm going to change it also to grayscale. You can see. And then I'm going to take the contrast all the way up, and I'm going to take the gamma all the way up. And then I'll just fiddle with the brightness here a little bit until it kind of looks like what I want. And that looks about right there. So somewhere in that vicinity, maybe just a smidge less than the brightness. There we go. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to apply that, close that out, go back to the sketch carve toolpath, select my image. I'm going to turn this off and go into the sketch carve. And there we go. So now that's looking a whole lot better. So now at 0, that looks pretty good, actually, right there at 0. Um, if I go up maybe 5, I see a lot more veins. Maybe that's not quite what I want. Let's take it down to 4. I don't see any difference. So that's 3, and that's 4. And I kind of like the 3 better. So I'm just going to take all the defaults except for the line thickness at 3. I'm going to calculate that out. And then we're going to preview that. And I didn't point out, but I'm using a 60-degree V-bit. And there we have it. So just like that, you zoom in on that. There we go. And that looks pretty good. And that was just from a photo that I took last fall when the leaves were falling off of the trees, and I saw those couple of leaves that I really liked. And there we go. Now I can just import that in, and just in a matter of minutes, I've got a nice looking maple leaf that I could use in a carving. And so that's it. Thanks for watching.